What is up everybody, 30 here, and 622 Xbox One games have been released this 2018. 93 of those received their play scores, and you know what that means. So today we're giving you our top 10 best Xbox One games of 2018. So here they are, arranged by play scores. The play score is an average of gamer and critic reviews. Number 10 is Pit People. From the makers of the intense hilarity that is BattleBlock Theater, the behemoth shows off their comedic mastery with this action-packed strategy RPG. Rendered in their signature cartoon style, Pit People offers a deliberately anachronistic RPG experience packed with idiosyncratic doodle gore together with traditional turn-based combat. Erring more on the side of fun and action, it has earned the ire of RPG fans who are disappointed with their lack of an actual leveling system, the uniformity of their weapon types, and their combat system that leaves too much in the hands of luck and AI algorithms. Considering their full nonsense style, one can be forgiven for filling it under the game's many quirks. Their shallow RPG elements aside, Pit People is accessible and packed with content as catering to both strategy newbies with their easy-to-pick gameplay and masochistic challenge seekers with insane difficulties and permadeath. It has a play score of 8.43. Number 9 is Subnautica. What does thalassophobia feel like? The answer is just right here. Unknown Worlds Entertainment's underwater survival open-world game is a stuff of nightmares. It's not a horror game per se. It's an endless subaquatic adventure where players explore, craft stuff, and survive any living horrors under the watery abyss. The moment players descend into the depths, it's a quest to stay alive by building submarines, bases, collecting resources, and so much more. Think of it as No Man's Sky, but underwater. The game is lauded for its detailed environments, sound design, and fantastic underwater exploration. But given that this is not a AAA game, there's always bugs floating under the water, which is forgivable. This is basically what Subnautica is all about. For others, it's a paradise of aquatic proportions, and for some, it's an underwater nightmare that fuels your fear of the unknown. Well, the ocean is indeed a scary and strange place, and that's what makes this game so impressive. It receives a play score of 8.45. Number 8 is Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Ubisoft's Assassin's Creed franchise has come a long way. From the limitations of previous platforms and up to the point where every best thing about the series since day one made it to their latest entry. This technical achievement included some of their worst as well, but the game did not disappoint. Every gamer's history lesson. Assassin's Creed is not afraid to showcase the best thing about the series with their iconic historical events and tweaking a little bit in between. And this is where Odyssey comes in. Players enter into ancient Greece. Ubisoft's attention to detail once again exceeds everyone's expectation. It's the biggest map of the AC series since Origin, and it's populated with side quests, collectible items, and the good old Ubisoft bugs. Continuing their RPG elements from Origins, players make tough choices that impact the story. Players can also choose between two of the main characters, while also equipping powerful items found in the game's massive world. Of course, with the right progression requirements. Although it received a bit of flack due to its heavy grinding elements, it doesn't really fall short on everything else. It's the best AC game so far, and it receives a play score of 8.45. Number 7 is Hellblade: Senua Sacrifice. Kicking ass with a low budget, Ninja Theory shows the world what sheer talent and vision can do. Formed from a team of 20 or some bright-eyed developers, they describe their game as an independent AAA game. And for many, that seems to ring true, bringing in their knowledge from their earlier DMC reboot and pairing it with BAFTA-nominated Antonio Desi's writing. Hellblade: Senua is a true video game marvel. It combines Nordic and Celtic myth to tell the story of a woman haunted by psychosis and suffering through a necrotic arm. The main character's vulnerabilities being front and center is the game's main narrative. It has led to some criticism about how her mental illness were portrayed though, forwarding Senua's psychosis as some kind of double-edged superpower. Representational nuances aside, Hellblade managed to incorporate these into the gameplay, creating a full sensory experience for players. It has a play score of 8.55. Number 6 is Dead Cells. Live and Die, and live and die again. Motion Twins' indie roguelike Metroidvania and hack-and-slash hybrid is taking over all our lists. Originally inspired from the gameplay behind The Binding of Isaac and Team Fortress, they pivoted and tried something new with an even intense action-adventure experience. Considered as one of the best single-player indie games of this year, Dead Cells is a fantastic 2D roguelike experience that contains hours and hours of non-stop fighting. The developer Motion Twin makes sure each player finds new surprises in each run. If it's not new exotic weapons, then it's the thrill of their slick and smooth combat. There's gonna be a few rage quits along the way, and it's never an easy task. But learning the ropes after every defeat is the main reason why this game is so well received. It has a play score of 8.65. What about you guys? Do you have any favorite Xbox One games this year? Tell us more about them in the comment section. And also don't forget, you can also get these games by clicking the links provided in the description box. And if you want more What to Play videos, you can go to our other YouTube channel, What to Play Live, where we play the latest and the greatest games. Just click this link right here. Number 5 is Celeste. Following Hellblade's lead in this list, Celeste is a shining example of how to do games the right way. An indie 2D platformer, it combines the platforming expertise of Towerfall Ascension's Matt Thorson and Skytorn's Noel Barry. Together they tell the story of Madeline's uphill battle towards the top of Celeste Mountain. The mountain is the metaphor, as one critic says, and it's a good one. Keeping with the masochistic trends of today's crop of platformers, it may have been a little too frustrating for some. But within its punishing platforming gameplay, Celeste weaves in a lesson on mental health and the upward struggle of overcoming it. It also pays to consider its variety and inventiveness as it mixes up their jump, dash, and climb in a way that feels very fresh every time. The atmosphere, formed by its charming visuals and heartwarming score, adds to its overall appeal. It has a play score of 8.75. Number 4 is Divinity Original Sin 2 Definitive Edition. Divinity's first entry impressed, the sequel astounded, and with this Definitive Edition, Larian Studios left RPG fans frothing at the mouth about its endless positives. Known for opening up creative possibilities in their Divinity series, the relative newcomer that is Larian Studios has effectively cemented their RPG legacy, bringing the emergent quality of pen and paper RPGs to the digital form. Divinity is praised for its interactive elemental environments, customizations, and captivating storylines. The richness of its universe is a feat in RPG experience, adding it to its sequel's multiplayer capabilities and Game Master mode that opens players up to creating their very own stories. With this Definitive Edition, the polished gem shines even brighter as it fleshes out its already intricate storylines while adding a fresh perspective on multiplayer and single player. Though console controls aren't usually perfect, it's worth learning the quirks to experience the role-playing majesty. It has a play score of 8.94. Number 3 is Red Dead Redemption 2. It may not be Game of the Year, but Rockstar's latest entry to their Western open world series may be the go-to Wild West title for the years to come. Released in October 2018, it's a whopping 8 years since the original game. Rockstar took their time in crafting Red Dead's second installment, and boy, it was worth the wait. With grand titles like Grand Theft Auto under their belt, the company has been known for their detail of their vast open worlds. That reputation is carried over into Red Dead Redemption, which boasts stunning detail in terms of visuals and as well as the historical accuracy. Despite its vastness, RDR2 never comes up short in story, wildlife, quests, and points of exploration. Everything that was good about the world they've created, from horseback riding, gunplay, and even combat, has been duly refined, depicting the rough ugliness of their setting with such beauty and nuance. Arthur's adventures are as much yours as it is his. It's a true achievement in the genre, with a play score of 8.98. Second place is NieR Automata Become as Gods Edition. Yoko Taro's inventive spin-off to the Drakengard series is a dangerous game to play for players suffering from existential crisis. Kidding aside though, it's an absolute unit of a game, especially for players looking for a good story, intense hack and slash action, and of course, the wide selection of appealing characters. Become as Gods Edition is the definitive version of the NieR Automata experience. Story remains the same, but the DLCs are now bundled up together in the game disc. As usual, players assume the role of the Yorha units and other robots as they investigate the now desolate Earth to quell a mysterious alien invasion, and at the same time, searching for humanity. Multiple endings, dystopian themes, transhumanism, open world, etc., There's just so many good things that make NieR Automata a one-of-a-kind JRPG experience. We don't want to talk too much about the game without giving spoilers, so it receives a play score of 9.04. And here are the runners-up before we reveal the number 1. Valkyria Chronicles 4. A land engulfed in war, this tactical RPG from Sega boasts a cast of memorable characters, strategic gameplay, and heartfelt story. It receives a play score of 8.38. Monster Hunter World. Capcom's best-selling action-adventure franchise roars once more in this latest installment, packed with more monsters, more weapons, and an engaging multiplayer experience. It has a play score of 8.36. Unravel 2. The sequel to the award-winning puzzle platformer by Coldwood Interactive. Yarny returns and he brought a new friend. Solve physics-based puzzles and manipulate the world around you. It has a play score of 8.35. Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Crystal Dynamics' third and final Lara Croft entry. Story concerns aside, this is Lara's most dangerous adventure yet, with solid visuals, fun gunplay, and smart tomb raiding. It receives a play score of 8.28. Dark Souls Remastered. Return to Lord Ran in this beautiful remaster from Software's genre-defining Soul series. The first step into their gothic universe is made colorful with all the DLCs, and a few more surprises. It has a play score of 8.26. Full Metal Furies. Test your team coordination skills as you fend off colossal baddies in this true blue cooperative game. Bring 3 of your friends and embark on cartoon misadventures in the non-stop arena. It has a play score of 8.24. The Awesome Adventures of Captain Spirit. The emotional prequel to Don't Nod's Life is Strange series. It follows the young Chris who goes on a not-so-imaginary adventures with his alter ego Captain Spirit. It has a play score of 8.20. Far Cry 5, Ubisoft's latest open-world first-person shooter, returns with burning passion. Filled with strong visuals, action-packed sequences, and pure exploration. It's the best Far Cry game so far, with a play score of 8.17. Minute. Locked in the 60-second curse, this peculiar little adventure takes you to a retro world filled with the unknown, odd, and cute. It has a play score of 8.16. Overcooked 2. The perfect party game on a drunken Saturday night. Grab your friends and use all your culinary expertise to conquer hundreds of levels, one panic moment at a time. It has a play score of 8.14. And the best Xbox One game of 2018 is none other than Forza Horizon 4, a culmination of Microsoft's technological feats, sponsorship, and years of listening and ignoring their fanbase. Forza 4 is a crowning achievement of the racing genre. Its stunning open-world design, shared world experience, and its massive collection of over 400 licensed cars is but a start to its already wonderful white-knuckling experience. For starters, the game is an absolute gem. Roam around the UK and go around in places such as Edinburgh, Lake District, Cotswolds, and so much more. Its dynamic weather lets players witness the changing of the seasons, all while drifting through the horizon. For example, when it's winter, the lakes will freeze and allow players to freely explore new and secret locations not normally accessible on occasions. I mean, come on, with these features, the game received universal acclaim, praising all the good things coming from it. It also won numerous awards, so there's no surprise to that. It's a worthy spot to our list with a play score of 9.24. And that's it guys, those were the top 10 Xbox One games of 2018. And if you love this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to become a certified whatoplayer. And that's it guys, thank you so much and bye bye.